Hello random strangers, I'm back with another Arida lore vid because y'all wanted it so much. This has taken quite a while because I've been working on other things. Like my charts, go check them out. Alright, so my dementia kinda kicked in and I forgot what we talked about last time. So I'm gonna start off with reading some comments. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is play the timestamp that this guy gave. Meaning that Shucks has to be the first song Marvin appears in. And is the first of the timeline. So, he said, well, you gotta think, Dark Jimmy can twist and transform any memory from Marvin. So my best guess is that Dark Jim gave Marvin's arm back, even though that doesn't really make sense of why he would do that, but that's what I think happened. I mean, that's a solid theory, but at the same time, like you said, there's not really a reason for him to, so why would he? So the reason I haven't been uploading the second one, or why it took so long, I'm just gonna give real quick, is because of how eventful September's been. It's been kind of crazy. Charlie Kirk died. There's that woman who was stabbed on the butt. I'm sure you've heard all about that, which I want to say rest in peace to both of them. Charlie Kirk, for some reason, it really felt like losing a family member, so it just took me a while to get through that. Kind of rough on my mental health, not going to lie, but, you know, builds character. Back to the video. Alright, so this comment we have, this vid deserved 20k, so underrated, 10 out of 10. I mean, I guess all I can really say to that is thank you. It's nice to have people actually watch my content now and actually have an audience. Next, we have Shucks is a nightmare that Marvin is trapped in. Not some hell. If Marvin were to die, then he'd probably die in real life. Assume it's not hell, it's a nightmare, explaining the Jeffy corpse. I don't really know what he means by if Marvin died in real life, like he's a fictional character. Maybe he's onto something. Maybe Marvin is really in a nightmare. Alright, next, play the timestamp. 6 to 7 miles per hour, or 12 to 15 for sprinting. Alright man, the 6-7 joke was not necessary. By the way, the end cutscene is most likely just the SML Wiki horror. The minigame you play called called Find Brooklyn, and when you lose, one of them falls into a void and gets taken by Dark Jimmy / Jerry. And that's all you know, I guess. You know, maybe we should go on the SML Wiki, maybe that would help. And I'm going to be done with comments for now. I might make a video on responding to all my comments. Just tell me if you want that in the comments below. Anyways, let me see if I can find the site. Now, after looking this up, I ended up exploring the page for like 10 minutes, and I realized I'll probably make a video about this later with how much lore there is to it. Anyways, I found the game that he was talking about. Alright, find Brooklyn guy. Well, that's pretty easy.
No, shut.
Nice sound effect. Is that him? Yep.
No, shut.
Awesome. Huh? What do I do? I can't see anything. Did it? Oh, I use like a flashlight. Okay. Is that him? Oh, there he is.
No,
oh, jeez. Aw, shucks, indeed. You're gonna watch as I bleed, aren't you? Oh, what? Well, that got dark real quick. Well, he has, like, more accurate shirt, so I'm gonna guess him. What? That's rigged. Huh? Oh, okay, so yeah, it is kind of like the same cutscene. Now, putting the dramatic music in, let's make this a real cutscene. Yes, I know, beautiful edit. Let's start on the actual topic for today, though. And I think that's going to be mainly the timeline and how things happened. And then we're also going to probably talk about some other songs like Cordiceps and maybe The Corpse is Mocking Me. Alright, so I believe our timeline starts in, well, not exactly Shucks, but I believe it starts on this cutscene right here that we see in the Shucks teaser.
Oh, you're awake.
Now I think that kind of proves that Marvin has to be in hell because it literally says. So I really don't think Marvin is in a dream or a nightmare or anything like that. I'm pretty sure he's actually in hell or something. Except I don't think it's exactly hell because he says in one of the lines, so that means he can't just be like trapped in hell. That means he's going through something to be quote unquote complete. Which I don't know what that would mean if Marvin would also be like have the same like permission and stuff as Jeffy and be at that high of a rank. I also went looking for the word Irida to see if it meant anything, and I looked it up in English, and well, I don't think that Jeffy has Irida syndrome. I mean, maybe, but you never know. So I decided to look it up in Hebrew since, you know, like the Bible is in Hebrew originally, to see if I could find anything there. And what I got was the name Arida has Greek, not Hebrew, and it means rainbow. It is delivered from the Greek mythological messenger goddess Iris, who used the rainbow as a bridge between heaven and earth. The Hebrew word for rainbow is, I have no clue how to pronounce that. Didn't give me a very good answer either, because then that would only make the title Jeffy's Infinite Rainbow. So maybe that means something. I'll hold on to that information. Anyways, I think what happens next in the timeline after this little cutscene here is, well, Marvin gets shucked. And then I think what happens next is Cordiceps, which I guess, I don't know if it's just trying to like torture Marvin by showing him what he took away from Flower Boy. We should also probably go over the lyrics and what they actually mean.
I'm flawed, and I know that I'll always be this misery, these chilly feelings creeping low. This house of memories are still taunting me. Blushful prison, what else could I do? A growing flower with no place to run. A carnation I chose over you. Dead but still golden for all that you've done. For a better life, you took my own life. A life that still had a sunshine. Place down the rose and rest in the grave. Rest knowing there'd always be a better name. It hurts, you're the butterfly and I'm the parasite. But at night, vultures fly past your blind eye.
First of all, no, I'm not sorry for setting your eardrums on fire. Haha, you got trolled. But anyways, that song is basically just him ranting about how he's, I guess, sad or something that Marvin took his place. Which, my guy, Logan got a cease and desist letter. He can't really just keep your puppet, but whatever, that's besides the point. After this, I believe what happens next is Marvin actually becomes complete. Unless we see otherwise in the game. Maybe not. Otherwise, Marvin isn't every character we play as in this game. We still have to go over Rose and Boingbingus. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce his name. But we'll go over Boingbingus today, and we'll go over Rose the next video I make on this, if I make another one on this. Which, I plan to. Boingbingus shows up in the song The Corpse is Mocking Me, and I believe that is the only song he shows up in the entire game, or the only appearance he makes in general. Anyways, I'm going to go over the screenshot we saw in the last video again. Anyways, Mingle says, where Evil John came from is a creation of my own, combining the concept of a scene from the movie Lake Mungo, which I might watch, where a girl wanders into a dark lakeside and watches in horror as her rotting, bloated corpse floats towards her, except combined with SML. So that's pretty interesting, and I'd assume in this scenario, Boingbingus would be the girl, except I don't really think they look very similar. One looks like Jeffy, and one looks like, well, Boingbingus, I guess. Anyways, I can't find too much on this song, but tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but next video, hopefully we'll be able to go over The Corpses Mocking Me fully, and also go through EXE Creation, or however you pronounce that. Anyways, I hope to see you in the next one. Subscribe. I'm trying to get monetized, so really all I need is your watch hours right now, but still, subscribing helps. And I also just want to say thank you for 1,000 subscribers. It helps out a ton.